Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Shuffle it up here one time, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Taurus here? So we move on through September, or into September, rather. But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what's happening. What do we got for Taurus here, please? Thank you. Card flipped out. Okay, interesting. Oh, I haven't seen this card in quite a while for any sign. We have all these different people, all these different energies. That's always super intriguing to me. And we're going to have to talk about this, whether it's a lot of people or a lot of energy. There's some complexity to this first card. Before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this. So you see the imagery here. We have that man, we have that woman, we have other people in the background. There's this big post that has all sorts of pictures attached to it. So what are we seeing? We're seeing people, tons of people. So one, you might just be very popular in this time. A lot of people might be hitting you up, or you might be dealing with a lot of different people. Feels a little hectic to me. But once again, this could represent complexity because there's a lot of energy. So you might be feeling a little bombarded by energies, or a lot of things could be moving towards you, coming at you, dealing with a lot of things. So make sure you pace yourself in the coming days and weeks when we have energy like this, because it feels like a lot. Aside from that, I've heard other people say that this card could link to social media. All right, so maybe some of you have some importance with social media, whether you're trying to cut back, maybe you're wanting to use it for business, who knows, but it is showing up here in the front end. So let's just put that down right there. There's just a lot of people and a lot of energy, and it just feels like a lot. So just please pace yourself if possible. Let's get into tarot. And yes, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you your first three cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So shuffle it up here one time for you. My guides, talk to me about Taurus. And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was super interesting, if you ask me. It was titled, It's Game Over. Now, for some of you, there might be certain things that were growing a little tiresome for you, and you might have had to close certain things out, or you might have just been not wanting to deal with any BS. Like, that was a big energy I was picking up last week, like bringing something to a close. Like, yeah, I'm over this. Like, that was a huge energy. So obviously not every Taurus was in that mode, but that was showing up heavily. So let's see what we have for you this week. And as you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take it how it hits for you. Okay, because we might be seeing your vibe, we might be seeing someone you're linked to. Let's get you three cards. Be a totally different reading than last week, but then again, that energy could bleed over as well. Okay. All right, all these cards popping out. We'll take these two. So in position number one, this is super interesting how this energy plays together. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is generally a harmonious balance type of card, but right next to it we got the Five of Cups. Okay, this could be someone who is not too happy about something. Let's get you one more, then we'll really start to break it down. Thank you. Okay, cards coming out in twos. We have the Seven of Swords right here on the back end. Not a fan of this so far. All right, we're still very early on, but you also have a bonus, which is the Page of Wands. So Taurus, yeah, we're going to have to talk about this. The definition of a mixed bag in this week's reading. So let's go through one by one. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I'm looking down here. We have pretty much every element that's in the whole entire deck. We got earth, we got water, we got air, we have fire. So this could be representing various different areas of life, or we could be talking about money, emotion, thoughts, and motivation. We could be seeing lots of different things. It could all just be one thing, though, or one person. But let's go through one by one. Interesting how it plays, but these two, this Five of Cups, Seven of Swords mixture, that is giving me pause. It's giving me a little concern here. Let's go through one by one. Two of Pentacles. is a big card of harmony. Like I said, this is a card of balance. Now, I always say nothing in life is ever truly, fully in balance. But with this Two of Pentacles, it's as close as it can get. So when I see this card, I like it. It means things getting better, things balancing out. Returning to normalcy is kind of like a vibe I always get when this Two of Pentacles shows up. As with all twos, they could represent decisions. They could represent choices. So making the right choice, making the right move. This one particular, it could represent partnerships, but also money. So like business decisions, money decisions. We'll just have to see when we clarify this. But generally, I think of positive balance here. It's also universal energy because if you notice, there is an infinity symbol within it. So we're going to see what's up when we get to the bottom. Maybe this is how something started out because, like I said, there's a little bit of a mixed bag. For some of you, maybe something is going really well, but certain other things are just like, not. We'll just keep it simple. But in the center, we have the Five of Cups, the River of Tears. Now, once again, this doesn't have to be your energy. This could be someone you're linked to. And I say with every single card in the tarot deck that they have positives, they have challenges, and there's nuance, right? It works on a scale. This card could sometimes just represent someone that's a little bit gloomy. You know, those certain days where, the sky isn't falling, nothing too tremendous has happened, you're just a little down. This card could represent that. But this can also be heartbroken. This could be devastation. This could be somebody crying, a reason for tears. So we think of those upset types of feelings, sometimes even anxiety. But what's a positive that we can pull from this card? Notice that this person is crying over the 3 spilled cups. There's still more cups. There's still something out in the distance. So this isn't a final destination. This isn't like a 10 of Swords. It's just like current feelings, current situation might not be the best, but it is somebody in their feelings for sure when we have this 5 of Cups, and we'll explore it some more. Now, moving to the back end, we have the 7 of Swords. Not my favorite card in the tarot deck, and you know that. If you watch tarot, you know what this card represents. Now, let's go with the positive first, right? Because I don't like to be doom and gloom with the readings, but I'm going to give you the message as true. The 7 of Swords, in its most positive, could just represent something you don't quite see just yet. Something that is still a mystery to you. Unknowns, unexpected, surprising, things that are just out of your periphery when we see this card. However, the 7 of Swords can also represent snake-like individuals. It could represent thieves. It could represent liars. You get what I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? Because this could represent an individual, or this could just represent somebody purposely hiding something. It's secretive. So this could absolutely be a warning. If not, like I said, it could just represent the unknown or something you don't quite know or see just yet. The clarifier will really tell us the tale of what's going on with the 7 of Swords. But you see what I was meaning when we're starting off with such a harmonious energy and then it's like degrading somewhat. Let's not get too much in a downward spiral. On the back end, as a bonus, we have the Page of Wands. Very popular card this week. A lot of people have been getting it. Pages are students, pages are messengers. Big communication energy with this Page of Wands. So maybe Spirit's asking you to get something off your chest. Maybe Spirit's asking you to speak your truth about something. Sometimes this card could represent confrontation, arguments. So watch out for things like that in this time. And I've been seeing it in the other earth signs. There's a bit of an edge to the earth signs this week. There's a fiery undertone. So you might be a little more temperamental, especially with all these other energies I'm seeing here. But it could literally just represent a communication or somebody that might want to speak to you, or you might want to speak to somebody else. But we have a lot to go through, Taurus. So with that being said, let's dive deeper. I'm going to jump in and clarify. And let's get a good shuffle here for Taurus, please. Guides and Spirit team. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Two of Pentacles. Why is that Two of Pentacles here? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Two of Pentacles time. Why do we got that Two of Pentacles? Thank you. Ace of Pentacles. This is a beautiful alignment right here in the front end. So for some of you, this could be something that started off amazing, started off great, or that you could have had a lot of high hopes for with this Ace of Pentacles in the upright underneath the 2. They're the first 2 of that suit, so it could represent new. Now, for some of you, if this isn't a past situation, if this isn't all one thing, despite all this roughness on the back end that we're going to take a look at momentarily, whether this stuff was from the past, this Ace and 2 of Pentacles is telling me that something really good could be coming in for a lot of you. Whether this was the fallout of something, this speaks about a brand new, fresh start, fresh beginning, great new things. Because I link both of these cards off with wins and opportunity. Specifically the Ace of Pentacles. This is my card of golden opportunities. Spirit just throwing you an alley-oop. So we're not all challenged here in this spread. There is some positive, there is some silver lining, but for a portion of you, if you have been through something difficult or you have been recently going through something difficult, you may have had a lot of high hopes for something, or like maybe you got your hopes up too high about something or someone. That could be a big possibility, but I still feel a silver lining here regardless of what's going on. So we're going to keep pressing forward. We're not going to overcomplicate the message. Sure, maybe this is something going your way, but I can't really lean in to the all positive message until I see what shows up with these other 2 cards. Okay, so let's go in on that 5 of Cups. Let's see why that 5 of Cups is here. For Taurus, I feel like this is going to be a very straightforward type of reading this week. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Can't we all just get along type of energy? Okay, we have the 5 of Wands underneath the 5 of Cups, the repeating 5s. And I said this, it showed up in the Virgo reading as well. They had repeating 5s. That is the energy similar to the Tower. Repeating 5s can represent sudden changes and shocks and things like that. Now, you see the imagery of this 5 of Wands. It's people beating the crap out of each other with sticks underneath this 5 of Cups. Whatever is going on, whatever conflicts come in or whatever it is, like you're not really wanting to participate in it. That's why I said in the beginning, like, why can't we all just get along? Like, do we have to fight, or do you have to be like that? Like, why? Why does it have to be like that? Or why do you have to act like that? That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up here in the middle. But I do feel like this is a warning right here in the center. Okay, it's confrontational. Okay, and we'll see how it plays out at the very end. And for another portion of you, I feel like somebody could be very apologetic, or someone feels like they may have made a mistake. I feel like those are the 2 big messages here. Doesn't have to link in with this very front end, but the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Wands, I feel like somebody's like, damn, I messed up. I misjudged, or I acted out of pocket type of energy. I acted how I shouldn't have. So we're going to go see what's up with the 7 of Swords, because we might get some more clues there. Okay, we have some warnings here this week, and it happens, right, with all signs. Like, not every week is going to be a super positive one, and that's okay, right? These are all situations and things that we've all gone through a time or two. Let's see why that 7 of Swords is here. Just watch out. Like, if there's anything you're going through in this time where you think you might regret it, don't do it. All right, I know that sounds simple, but especially with it showing up in the cards, if you think you might regret it or something just feels a little off, don't do it, because whether this is how someone else is feeling, I'm seeing possible mishaps like, damn, that was a mistake. So let's see what's going on with that 7 of Swords. Then we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow card. Deck is being very specific, and those of you that are new here, I only read jumpers. Okay. Yeah, somebody's not really being honest with themselves or honest with their feelings about something. We have the Queen of Cups underneath this 7 of Swords. Okay, that is one thing. For some of you, like, you may have been dealing with a water sign. Okay, that's a little shifty, a little snaky, so watch out for things like that. The Queen of Cups is generally a good positive card, and when I see her under the 7 of Swords, it is somebody who is like not being honest about how they feel or not sharing those emotions, especially underneath this 7 of Swords. But once again, I do feel like this is a warning. I feel like there could be somebody who's trying to act like something didn't affect them as much as it really did. Like something may have affected them on a very, very big way, and they're feeling it, but they're not showing it. Okay, like they're acting like they're fine, they're acting like everything's okay. So interesting mixture of stuff we have here with the mistake type of energy here. But I feel like somebody isn't being true to their feelings, or it's just the oddest energy. Like, why would you try to change your feelings or not be truthful about how you feel about something? Okay, maybe it's just somebody not sharing it. Okay, but let's go through and do a quick recap, because what felt simple in the very beginning started taking on a new form by the time we got to the end. And I do feel like there's a couple of important warnings in this spread. But in position number 1, before we get into the shadow card, we have the 2 of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Now, this could be a silver lining to whatever it is you might be going through in this time. Like, there's a mixed bag type of energy. Anything new coming in seems like it has some positivity. There could be some upside to certain things as well. But I was also getting the vibe that somebody had such high hopes or something like, damn, I thought that was going to be perfect, or I thought that was going to be great. That's the energy I'm picking up here in the beginning. Moving to the center, we have the 5 of Cups with the 5 of Wands in the upright. Shake-up type of energy, right? Tower-like energy here in the center. And I was saying, like, yeah, watch out for confrontation in this time, but it was kind of giving me the energy of, like, regret, or that somebody was making a mistake. Like, damn, I shouldn't have acted like that, or I regret doing that, I regret acting like that. So take that as a warning. Even if it's not a mistake being made here in the center, the 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands is a warning, an important one about confrontation in this time. Moving to the back end, we have the 7 of Swords with the Queen of Cups showing up here in the upright. So yeah, you might be having issues with a water sign back there, but a big thing that I was feeling is somebody not being true to themselves about how they feel, or are acting like something didn't faze them. Like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. Like, don't worry, everything's cool. Like, that's kind of the energy I'm picking up here. But remember what we had here as a bonus on the end. If you are bothered by something, or if something's not sitting right with you, speak it. Let it be known. You don't have to suppress it. It'll feel better if you get something off your chest. So please do with that what you will, Taurus. I'm going to get you a shadow card. Interesting spread this week. Okay, but yeah, there is a silver lining, right? So it's not all doom and gloom here. But let's get you a shadow card. See what's going on, my guides. What do we got in the shadows for Taurus? And you know me, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within us or something we don't quite see just yet. I always like to see what's in the shadows. Very introspective. So let's just get you one here. Thank you. Okay, King of Pentacles. All right, that is a card that represents Taurus energy. Other earth signs as well could represent father figures when we see this. And it is showing up in the shadows. So the fact that we are doing an earth sign reading and I see this King of Pentacles, it has a little extra importance. For some of you, this is a card of self-confidence or how you view yourself. I need to tell a lot of Tauruses in this time, you really need to practice self-love and self-care in this time. Regardless, whether times are good, whether times are rough, being kind to yourself is extra important when I have one of your cards showing up in the shadows, right? Don't take on the blame. Don't blame yourself for things. Like, sure, take accountability if it's necessary, but you can't blame yourself for the actions of others. But be kind to yourself. I feel like that's the big thing that's getting pushed here as a shadow card. Be kind to yourself, treat yourself right, okay? Whether times are good, bad, or indifferent, that's huge. And it's a card of self-confidence, so be confident in yourself. I know I don't have to tell the Taurus Collective that, but you know, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm gonna give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice, so if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.